Hello everyone! Today we will talk about obtaining a temporary residence card in Vietnam. TRC is a crucial document allowing extended stays in Vietnam ranging from 2 years to potentially longer, depending on the type of your TRC. Possession of a TRC offers various benefits, including the ability to purchase property within Vietnam, the convenience of opening bank accounts and cross the border as many times as you want without having to apply for any visas. This level of flexibility and convenience is a significant advantage for those looking to establish more permanent presence in the country. In this episode, we will explore the two most prevalent options of acquiring a TRC, through employment and as an investor. First, let's discuss obtaining a TRC via employment. Imagine, you have a job opportunity in Vietnam. For employment, you will need passport, educational qualification, criminal record check, proof of your work experience, and medical examination certificate. After submitting these documents to your employer's HR department, they will initiate the process. The company, before providing you an official job offer according to the law, must secure a hiring quota for foreign employees as mandated by Ministry of Labor and Social Affairs in Vietnam. Once the quota is approved, the company will apply for your work permit. This process, though intricate due to the extensive documentation required, is generally managed by experienced HR professionals, or can be done by a consulting company. Upon obtaining your work permit, you can enter Vietnam using an electronic visa for work purposes. And welcome to Vietnam! After arrival, you must register at local police department, a process taking approximately 3 to 5 working days. This registration, along with a work permit, will be used to apply for your TRC in the local Department of Immigration. The TRC processing time is typically 7 to 10 days. It's important to note that if you are in Vietnam on a tourist visa before receiving your work permit, a visa run, re-entry based on the work permit is necessary. As for the timelines, quota approval, 2 weeks. Work permit approval, 2 weeks. TRC processing, 7 working days. However, these timelines may be extended due to the area and specific circumstances of your case. The next case. If you don't have any potential employer in Vietnam, you might consider finding a sponsorship company. These companies have the necessary quotas to hire foreigners. But remember, this is a formal employment, and it comes with some risks for both you and the company. For example, you've paid for this service, but if the company decides to fire you for any reason, you will lose your work permit and TRC. Also, if you break any laws in Vietnam, it's not just you who will have problems. This could lead to the potential legal challenges for the company that hired you, involving the police. So, you should only choose this option if you are really sure that the company is trustworthy. Another important thing. In Vietnam, both the company and the employee must pay into the social insurance funds. Even the company only pays you the minimum wage, you still have to contribute to this insurance, which could be up to 1,500 USD per year. The second route of obtaining TRC is as an investor. If you plan to start business in Vietnam, establishing a legal entity allows you to apply for a TRC. The minimum charter capital for such a company should be at least 130,000 USD. Achieving this enables a simplified process for 3-year TRC requiring only passport and proof of capital transfer. For lower capital investments, at least 10,000 USD, one can still obtain a TRC, but only for 2 years. This involves being employed in your own company, whether as a director or any other role, it doesn't matter, and applying for TRC through a work permit. Alternatively, the investor visa is available for those not employed via company and the charter capital less than 130,000 USD. This visa lasts in 6 to 12 months depending to specific circumstances of your case and area. And please note, this visa allows residency, but not formal employment in Vietnam. I would like to draw your attention to certain scenarios where obtaining a work permit is a legal requirement. A notable example of this is when individual holds dual roles within their company, such as being both a shareholder and as a director. It's essential to understand that directorship is considered an employed position governed by Vietnamese labor laws. This legal framework mandates the acquisition of a work permit for individuals in such positions. Compliance with these regulations is crucial to ensure lawful business operation within Vietnam. We hope this information has been helpful in understanding the pathways to obtaining a TRC in Vietnam. For more detailed information, including acquiring resident cards for relatives and extending an existing TRCs, please watch our upcoming videos. Thank you for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you in our next episode.